Best way to capture someone's attention is to call out their name. That's the pinnacle of attention grabbing. One step down from that is identity. Carpenters, copywriters, consultants, dog trainers. Another layer down from that is benefits, but they get weaker the more down the chain you get. So this guy was always constantly identifying people in really, really unique ways, but most commonly he identified them via their state. So if you are in Arizona, then and you have a headline here that talks about Arizonans, that's talking to you. So if you're scanning around from headline to headline in a newspaper and your mind is constantly asking, is this of personal interest to me? Well, your identity, if you live in Arizona, you're an Arizonan, right? So if you identify as somebody living in Arizona, well, then instantly the very first word in this headline gets you hooked. I have tested this. I have tested every damn thing that this guy has done. I have math on every last thing that this guy has ever done because this guy became the benchmark for me. And I would love the opportunity to someday speak with him because my results turned up 98% of the time. Everything that he was doing I thought was absolutely brilliant and made me a fortune, and very small percentage of the time some of the things that he was doing resulted in poor results, and I would love to get his opinion on some of those things. But I tested not only using identity triggers in the headline, but testing them as the first word in your headline. And guess what? Making it the first word in your headline increased conversion rates. So there's a little tip for all the copywriters out there. It's not just that using particular words in your headline increase conversion rates, but actually the first word you use in your headline is in of itself an opportunity to increase conversions. The very first word you use in your headline can in fact increase your conversion rates. One of the best words to test is in fact an identity trigger word. Our patients, Arizonans, copywriters. Something interesting about this guy, none of his headlines start with how. None of his headlines start with what. Arizonans here is an identity trigger designed. The very first job in the newspapers is to stop a scroller. And that one word, believe me, is pulling its weight like you wouldn't believe.